I'll just do whatever with the dumbbells. And now I'm gonna have to take these off, which is why I wanted the other thing. Because I'm gonna show you the wall exercises and the floor exercises, and then we'll be done with the video because I have somebody that's going to help me later with editing and all that. So if any part of this looks weird, I'm sorry. It'll get smoothed out later. Okay, so trying to position this in a correct way. Don't think that's gonna work quite like I want it to. I'm gonna have to adjust this a little bit. Okay. Yeah, if you see blue tape on the wall, that's I'm a beginner, so I did mark the walls on where it needs to be for me to like kind of be seen or whatever. So whew, the next video, by the way, I do that for like pretty much a lot of the first hour or hour and a half because it's good, really cardio. You're sweating, I'm getting cardio. So, all right, some of my moves are the wall is really good. I use it for a lot of things. One of them, like I said in an earlier video, but I'm not sure if that's going to be put in. I use the wall. My leg tends to buckle inward and backwards. For some reason, it wants to go the wrong way. So I'll either cut my hand behind my kneecap, like behind my knee, to stop it from doing that and make it straight. See, now just trying to go backwards. But I also use like the wall. The wall's the best. Yeah. So I will use the wall, and because my butt's on the wall, like really on it, I will slowly stretch down, and my leg is trying to go backwards. I'm just gonna cup it just in case I slip on the wall. But I do my stretches like this. And then once I'm comfortable with the leg being like that, then I kind of move a little bit to the left and the butt a little bit to the right. And that way I know it's stretching different muscle groups. I don't like to do that too long because the back of my muscle on my knee is what I'm trying to strengthen, I think. I don't know. I just do front and back of that leg, honestly, because I've heard so many different things from physical therapists. But the wall is also good for the squats, okay? Now I know, like, if you can and it's possible, then the way you want to squat is you want to go down and have your knees bent and your butt a little bit below your knees and then come up. But because of my knee problems, I have not been able to do that. I can't really go that far. And if you need to, grab a walking stick or a mop flipped over or a broom flipped over or the crutches that you used to use. I do use some still, and I'll show you. Let's give a little bit of what I do with these. I keep one out because it's useful. So I'll use it like this and have it firm, and then against the wall I will do that, and then I can leave the wall a little bit if I want. If you want to go down further, that's up to you. I do it with like my feet out first, and then I go with feet just planted straight, and then I go with my legs kind of, my feet kind of turned in a little bit because I feel like it works different parts. The straight one's really hard for me. That's the other reason. But yeah, crutches are good for that. And the other way I do them is if I'm afraid that that day I'm maybe in a little too much pain or something and I'm not doing my squats straightish, I will take the band, again, the rope, whatever, and I'll kind of hold it in back of my legs so that I know that my arms are not gonna go any further. And then I squat like that. And that's making sure that your back is definitely straight, because your arms can't move, you know, further. So it's holding it in place for the squats. So you're not leaning forward, you're more able to like stay back, if that makes sense. Yeah, you'll just have to try it or something. Try it, don't try. Subscribe to my channel, please. I have no subscriptions yet, but I do have a view that was very positive, so that's kind of cool. I don't know how I found the video. Random, probably. I haven't made a title for it yet. Well, I have, but my friend has to get on there and show me how to do it. See, now I felt myself leaning forward, so I'm just gonna hold my hands near the back of my butt. And that's about all I can do with those yet. And then, all right, let's switch gears. You're gonna feel me pulling those pants up a lot because I can actually fit in them now. Okay. So on the wall, I do different things. I do my wall push-ups. I plant my feet. However, whatever the distance is, you can use a countertop for this too. I did come across a video for big girls. Like, it's a channel for big girls to work out. And that's kind of where I picked this up. I'll have to mention and look up her name. That's a very pretty girl. She's like blonde. We're just big girls that need to work out. So you can do what I'm doing, or you can plant them and keep them there, whatever one you're comfortable with. And again, you can go out, in, and then normal, or in, out, normal, whichever one you want. And if that's not much of a challenge for you, you can actually move your legs like a little bit back more, so you're lower on the wall. Let's see if I can do this. And kind of go like that. So it's actually more resistance because more of your body weight is put into that. Yeah. But what I try to do is I'll try to be on my toes as much as possible. I can do an arm stretch on here that is really good for stretching my underarm muscles. And I get part of my chest or something. And I do the same thing. I go like this to stretch out certain muscles because I need a wall. I can't do it the old-fashioned way anymore. So I just go like this, and I don't hurt myself. I just stretch it enough to where it feels good. And then there's this one that I'm almost not able to do, which is I start the videos. But I'll keep going with this. There's also like a wrist exercise where you put you don't lean into it or anything, you're just putting your fingertips there and closing like Pac-Man. Jump, Pac-Man, jump, Pac-Man, jump, Pac-Man. And that movement works a lot of your muscles in your hands for some reason. All right, so we will get to the floor, and I'm gonna put my floor towel on there because I don't care about a yoga mat. I can't afford a yoga mat. Okay. This is good. We've had no music. Well, halfway music. Okay, and I'm going to move this towel in a way that is going to be better for the video, actually. And we will now focus on the floor. So I'll try to bring this down. In such a way that it's sort of the floor, maybe. Okay, maybe I have to go like this. I might actually have to. Well, I'm trying to get this straight. Sorry, guys. I'll try to edit that out at some point too. Sure. Okay, this seems to not want to stay. I can do it. I believe in me. My dog might be mad because this is kind of encroaching on her bed, but hopefully she doesn't move during the video. Okay, maybe I can hold it there. All right, that seems to be working. Okay, so I get on the floor like this and make sure I have my weights on one on either side. I'm gonna use the 5 pounds a little bit, so I'm gonna bring those down. And keep in mind, while I'm doing like most of this, like not the wall stuff obviously, but like the other stuff, floor, I will usually just be sitting here gaming and do my leg lifts and my bridges and all that. So for the leg lifts, I literally just keep one leg bent like this and one leg straight and raise it to above my other knee about, and put it down slowly but not touch the floor, and up again, not touch the floor, up again, not touch the floor. And keep in mind, this whole time I could be gaming right now, just gaming. And the more it hurts, when it gets to the point where it's burnt, you know, I feel the burn, I just get more into the video game. Pretty much. I try harder to ignore it, so I can keep going and going. And then I go to the other leg when it starts to be too bad. This is good for your hip muscle. Gaming, gaming, gaming. Okay, there's the other one that I'm going to show you is what I call the bridges. I don't know what it's actually called. Again, it's good for hips and legs somehow. I'm not sure. I'm not a professional. And you can try to hold it here, or you can go back down and try to control it so it's slow. And then at one point, I might do like a bounce and keep going. Like if I really have reached the end and I'm at my wall, I will try to push to go faster and harder. And like it has to, like I have to feel like the workout just burning the crap out of me. Okay, so this is why I said go with the weights on the floor, which by the way, you can also do this both legs up. And your hands at your side, It's kind of a good workout. Or bicycle while gaming. You can work out your core while gaming. You can. I believe in you. Okay, so I do what I call the Superman, the reverse Superman. And normally this chair wouldn't be in my way, but it is. And normally I had to go all the way down with my arms straight ahead of me and then come all the way up and back down to my sides. And go all the way. Not really impeding me, chair. Might switch chairs. And then sometimes towards the end I will have them touching each other and I'll bounce like this. Well, I call it a bounce, but it's probably not. And then I try to go wider. Again, normally I would be in a different spot, but for the video's sake, I'm not. So just imagine that this hand over here is going all the way down like the other hand. That's the workout for that. I also go from my sides and I put them like directly horizontal, whatever. And I go like this. And I'll curl like that for maybe a good 10 minutes. Then I'll put them higher, like up, like right where my head is, but to the sides. And I'll go like this, like you ever seen those machines in the workout thing? And this usually works out this. And I can feel it because I did this yesterday with the 5-pounders and apparently went a little bit too crazy. Which is, hey, they're right though. Your body won't learn if you don't burn, so. How to kind of make it your own, and wherever you feel like you're getting a workout, that's where you want to hit. But then you get controlled. And that's a really good workout. My arms are really starting to hurt with this. Well, I did this one really hard yesterday, and usually I go, you know, one day I'll be easier on my arms than my legs, and the next day I'll be easier on my legs than my arms, and I'll switch off like that, so it's not really that bad. But I obviously went a little bit too crazy yesterday. So the other ones with the 5-pounders, I usually do this one, the Reach for the Sky, and I'm playing rock this whole time. And I might be in the cinematic scene of the game, or I paused it, either way. Or it's building me materials and I'm waiting for it. As long as you're moving, just keep moving, and as long as you feel any resistance is good, resistance is your friend. Unless it's your knee rebelling against you because it's resisting. Oof, okay, this is the one I did yesterday and I went with the 5 pounds. And I can't do that at all today. I also do, this one I haven't actually seen anybody do, but I kind of made it up, I guess. I don't know, it might be out there on a video. But I have the head of the dumbbell down and I lift up and then up. And I'm not doing this near my head. Because if it slips or anything happens, I am not responsible for what you do. You do not have to listen to me in this video, okay? This is a you problem, not a me problem. Be careful. And if you feel you can't do it, you can't lift that much today because your arms are tired from yesterday, you can switch to the smaller weights. nobody will blame you because they don't really know, or you're working with a friend because you're in quarantine, who knows. Okay, my arms are way too tired. Like, you know they're tired when you can't go anymore, and it's kind of like you can feel the burn already, and you physically, like, am trying to lift this up, and you really can't, then you've had a good workout. If you can't move them like that. I'm gonna try to inch these off my fingertips, because, okay, so I feel the burn from yesterday's workout, like, all here, like that's good, because 2 days ago my workout was, like, all here. So I'm glad that this is all here because it's a different section of my arm, which is awesome. And here you might do crunches. What I do is the sideways ones, and I like the bicycle ones. Just like keeping my shoulders off the ground and doing bike while gaming. That one's a good one because I can just zone out. And for those of you that can't, I don't want to say can't, well, are not able to at this time to do an actual bicycle machine, maybe your knee's hurting you that day, or you have fibromyalgia, or whatever you have going on, maybe, just maybe, you can do air bicycle, okay? Which I know from my bed rest, because, I mean, yeah, it was pretty good. I learned a lot from my bed rest, so I can I've been trying to change things to a positive, because I was a very negative person, and I've been that way for, like, forever. But I don't want to be that way anymore. So I'm going to take away the positive of what I learned from bed rest, and I learned a lot about how people that don't have a choice in movement, you know, just thinking like, wow, if I had to be like this all the time, I could not move from here down, or the waist down, or whatever it is. You gotta feel that. Like, that's crazy, and it sucks, but it is what it is. And even if you're like that, if something's wrong with you like that, then you can do other things. You can still do other things that are positive. If you're paralyzed from here down, maybe you do word puzzles. Your brain still works, okay? You're awesome. You can do whatever you want. You can try to do, I forgot what that thing's called. Oh, Sudoku or chess, play solitaire, play all these games that will broaden your mind, sharpen your mind, get you thinking strategic. And that will keep you busy. Anybody from, that's paralyzed from here down, you can do arm workouts. You can move your arms, okay? You can move your arms. I mean, some other people can't, so use it or lose it, okay? Literally. Use it or lose it. I was a size 0 to a 9. That was the biggest I ever got. Now I'm like 18, not gonna lie. But if I'm honest with myself, yeah, it was partially my fault. I didn't have to eat those cookies my mom brought me. I didn't have to, one day a friend was like, trying to stop using the word like also. So one day a friend, while I was on bed rest, came to the house and checked on me and whatever, and she said, well, why are you eating the cookies? Why don't you throw them? You're on bed rest. It's not like you can go get them after you throw them. And it just popped into my head like, oh my God. Like, I didn't have the willpower because I was just eating myself to make myself feel better or whatever. And I'm a serious chocoholic, okay? You can't bring me a whole box of Oreos. You just can't. But yeah, so from that day forth, I threw the cookies. I threw the cookies out the window once, and I accidentally hit the mailman. I said, sorry, I'm trying to get rid of them because I'm, you know, he knew the situation a little bit, so I was like, he's like, oh, can I have these? And I was like, sure, yeah, that's actually works better. You know, didn't want to waste them. It's better if you have them. But yeah, you do not have to eat what people give you, okay? You do not have to eat that. If it's unhealthy and you know it's unhealthy and you don't want to get out of control and lose control over your body, you don't have to eat it. Be strong enough to throw, well, in the cookie's case, throw it on the floor. If it's, you know, if it's a burger that's really bad, it's like McDonald's, you don't want it, throw it across the room. You can't go get it if you're on bed rest. It's not like you can get my leg was stuck like this. It's not like I could go and get that, you know. Also, it's harder than it looks sometimes for some people. Have the willpower to say no to the cookie or cake or whatever you're eating. It's very hard. I've done carb-free diets and like keto diet and all that, and your body does go through like a carb withdrawal, which I was just like, word again. Okay, so I was thinking, why is my body going through withdrawal if carbs aren't bad for you? It's kind of weird. So I just figured maybe carbs are bad for me in my case, because they do turn into sugar or something, and I'm also on a sugar-free diet, so it's part of keto. And intermittent fasting. That's what I'm on now, and hopefully it'll work, and hopefully I'll keep it off. And I plan on doing the Weight Watchers right after that. I'm just gonna like slowly incorporate a little bit of Weight Watchers in. It's working for my best friend like a lot. Also, you can stretch while you're on the floor while gaming. You can do that stretch, or this stretch. This one is good for like whatever this muscle is called, I don't know, and like part of your, I think I feel it in part of my waist or something. Then I go down again a little bit. I don't push it. I'll do a little bit of the butterfly stretch just because personally it feels good to me. And sometimes my leg gets sick. And then I'll go like this. And you want to stretch over. And I kind of have to hold my hand with my other hand sometimes, or my wrist, to help it over. It's not that serious. Put this leg over here, stretch down. Yeah, but that's pretty much most of my workout for my low impact stuff. Like, I obviously keep going on the floor and keep going on the wall longer periods, and the dancing, I just sway, really. I'll sway or tap my feet or just jam out however you're comfortable doing. Movement is movement, and as long as you keep moving, then that's awesome. You're moving. And my workouts go, this is part of my stretch right here too. Try to bend my knee a little more. As long as you keep moving, it'll be awesome. At least you're doing something, trying, anyway, or whatever. I will have another video on how to game while working out fast-paced, and you can play all your shooter games, you can kill all the children, you can do whatever you want, okay? Kill whatever character, just go ham on some, what the heck is it, Warframe, Call of Duty, Apex, whatever you play, okay? And that's the video I'll be doing next, and I hope this video is good for you, and maybe it inspired somebody to think outside the box. Maybe think about what somebody else is going through before you tell them, hey, it's your fault for eating the cookies, or it's your fault for doing this, and, you know, being judgy. Okay? Don't be judgy. Try to help them, you know. Be positive. But that's it for today, and I will take this off taping. Have a wonderful time, and I hope you've subscribed to my channel. Later!